Young lady, Officer Banks, Golf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
Nope. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not.
Hello, this is Jason Matthews. I am a recently retired law enforcement officer. I was also a use of force instructor and a taser instructor during my career. And in this video, I'm going to be commenting on this public domain video that was released out of Florida. And I'll be giving you my perspective based on my training and experience of what I might be thinking if I was in this officer's shoes, what actions I might consider, and also giving you some information that the general public doesn't know about law enforcement. I don't know the details of this incident, and this is all hypothetical, being a body camera is a limited static view of the incident. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing while watching in real time, just like you. But before we get started, if you support the police, click the like button. And if you do not support the police, click the dislike button. It's anonymous. I'm just curious of where you stand. Okay, let's get started. So from what we're seeing here, it appears that an officer has done a vehicle stop on an individual and has approached the driver's side of the vehicle and has asked for a driver's license, insurance, and registration. And the individual has responded that you don't have to have a driver's license. So let's go ahead and take it from there and see what happens.
15-7, 41 with me. Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Am I about a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle or I will remove you from the vehicle.
So I have a question for all of you viewers. At this point, the officer is asking or telling the individual to step out of the vehicle. So from what you see, does the officer have the ability and the authority to have this person come out of the vehicle? He says that she's detained. So that's my question. At this point, can he have this individual come out of the vehicle?
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign supervisor, right sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what
Now, did you hear what he just said? If you're not a law enforcement officer or a former law enforcement officer, you probably don't understand, or maybe you didn't hear what the officer just said. He actually made a mistake. He first said sovereign supervisor over the radio. And then he corrected himself. He said sovereign citizen. So let me explain that. What is a sovereign citizen? What a sovereign citizen is in this case, he obviously is, I'm assuming he believes that this person is a sovereign citizen because he wouldn't have said it over the radio unless he did. So he's letting other officers who are responding know through this code word. It's not really a secret. It's just an easy way to explain something to other officers who may be responding, and that is sovereign citizen. So a sovereign citizen, generally speaking, in my experience, is someone who refuses to comply with state laws or local laws. So in my experience, for example, I've come across sovereign citizens who believe the state law is invalid, basically, and they do not have to provide identifying information. Many times, in my experience, I have seen many times when I've done vehicle stops, that vehicle that I've done a stop on will not have a valid state license plate. It will say something like, it'll be a fake license plate, and it'll say something like Commonwealth of Virginia. It'll be completely made up by them. And they will produce documentation, in my experience, explaining why they do not have to comply with state laws or whatever the laws may be. That's a very brief summary of what a sovereign citizen is. If you have any experiences with sovereign citizens, let me know in the comments.
you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady,
right
step
now.
out the vehicle.
So the next issue that's come up is she is saying that he needs to get a supervisor on scene. Now, I don't know of all jurisdictions and what the policies and procedures are, but I'm going to say in the vast majority of jurisdictions, in my experience, the officer, this is a big misconception among the public about law enforcement. Generally speaking, unless there is a policy or law in place in a jurisdiction, the officer does not have to get a supervisor on scene. As a matter of fact, in my experience, I would not call a supervisor on scene if someone asked for it, because basically I'm implicating myself, telling my supervisor I cannot handle the situation on my own. Now, if something comes up where I think I might need a supervisor, it's a very complex situation, then yes. But generally speaking, again, in most jurisdictions, it is not required for an officer to provide a supervisor or call a supervisor if someone asks.
Vehicle.
Right.
Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you step out the
You're
vehicle.
going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're going to step out the vehicle right now.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
So I have a question for all of you viewers. Down in the comments, let me know what your answer is. Based on what you're seeing right now, does the officer have the authority to put hands on this individual and remove her from the vehicle? Give me your answer down in the comments below.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call a supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay.
Continue 1025.
So just hold it for me and go and give me the channel.
You need to get a supervisor out here
Yeah, our channel want to be 1033.
that can educate you on what the law is.
Okay. He could educate me on what the law is. What? So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you?
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh, so what year is this?
What year was the ID issued?
2997.
That's your supervisor.
You hope it is?
I really do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is your name and badge number?
I already told you my name. It's Officer Banks.
And what is your badge number?
It's Officer Banks.
Are you?
So here is another common misconception. And again, I don't know of all jurisdictions. There may be some where this is required, but I'm going to say overwhelmingly, it is not required when someone is demanding or asks for an officer's name and badge number. Now, why is that? The whole point of having a badge with a number on it and a placard with a name on it on the uniform is so someone can write it down or take a picture of it. So it's basically, that's the whole point of having a nameplate and a badge. Otherwise, you're just duplicating the process, and it's not required. It's only required, as far as I know, in most jurisdictions, to have a badge with a number on it and a name so someone can write it down or take a picture.
You failing to
Are you failing to give me your driver's license?
I don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Okay.
Did you hear what she said? She said she's traveling. So actually, the proper word in most jurisdictions is operating, not traveling, not driving, operating. Operating a motor vehicle. So we're getting into kind of word games here. And I believe what she's referring to, from what I can tell, is the Constitution. And in the Constitution, we have the Department of Transportation, which regulates commercial transportation. And so this is something that, in my experience, people I've come across have referenced this. And so I believe that's what she's referencing. If you have any other ideas of what she might be talking about with traveling, using the word traveling, comment down below.
I have all the laws back here.
Okay. So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. And what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law,
Okay.
constitutional law.
Okay.
Constitutional law. Now, I don't know every word of the Constitution, but I know the basic concepts. And so with the Constitution, basically, I'm paraphrasing here. The Constitution, whatever rights the Constitution does not confer upon itself to the federal government or reserve to itself for the federal government is left to the states. So the states, being said, that everything that is not given to the federal government is left to the states or to the people, that means the states can enact laws within their jurisdictions. And if states say, it varies by state, if states, again, say in their constitution that localities can enact laws, then localities can enact laws. So really, we need to know the specifics of the Constitution here.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay. So
I am
what law?
requesting your supervisor.
So just like I'm requesting your driver's license.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. Sorry, Turner. A, she won't identify. She won't produce a driver's license. She's doing 58.
Yes.
Okay, I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Let my officer speak first, then I'll speak to you.
Her vehicle size.
Okay, that does it for part 1. We have a supervisor on scene. And in the next part of the video, we're going to examine what happens with the supervisor on scene and what he's going to say. So that video is live on the channel now. Go watch it. And if you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you in part 2.